line. A little bit of contact there off the corner. Dean gets the inside barrier. And Dean's front end is broke. We're going to bring yellow out on the speedway. Tommy Dean coming to a stop right down here. He won a couple of weeks back. Dean in the unfortunate situation of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was down to the inside when there was contact up on the outside. It forced Dean down into the inside barrier, broke the front end on the 413. The Johnson's towing rig going to head down here to pick up Tommy Dean's 413. Johnson's towing service out of Newburgh, a addition here in 2025 to our recovery team here at the track. Reporting here weekly to help out in the towing functions here at the track. Regulars down at the Accord Speedway on Friday night. And for the big series events down at the County Fair Speedway. Here's the detail. Junior, and we got one going around. That's Dave Stickles down here between turn 3 and 4. So Dave Stickles going to bring the yellow out. Right rear is down on the Stickles machine. The Soros Excavating number 55 machine of Dave Stickles. The trouble on the right rear. And they are going to hook to the Stickles machine. The right rear, you can see, is totally out of line. So trouble on the rear end of the Stickles 55 car. He's going to come off on the business end of the Johnson towing record.
Little bump of daisy through turn number 2. Car out of shape. Major crash in the backstretch. Car out of shape. Contact in the back straightaway. Everybody bearing down at big speed in the backstretch. A number of cars involved. They include the Joe Pravia machine. Looks like Guy Sheldon involved. A couple of the Hammond cars here. Brian Peterson's machine involved back there as well. A couple other, looks like, black cars involved in the back straightaway. Pravia's car, first to drive away under his own power. He was the first car, the 519, the Joe's Garage car that we saw out of shape there in the backstretch after the contact, the initial contact had been made. Brian Peterson's rolling the New England Landscape Services car now. Report from the scene, all drivers okay. Another big thank you and shout out to the Johnson Towing team. They've been doing a heck of a job out here tonight. A lot of incidents, a lot of cleanup activity. The Johnson crew, best at what they do. We certainly appreciate having them here at the Valley for their quick and very professional cleanup efforts. Junior car still there in the backstretch. We see Alan Hotailing's 250 pointed still in the wrong direction, sitting in the backstretch. Brady Cordova's car is getting lifted now. Johnson's Towing doing the heavy lifting there in the backstretch. So Johnson's towing. Again, doing the heavy lifting with the Cordova Plumbing and Heating 7-car, Brady Cordova. We'll get him removed from the backstretch. Johnson's record doing a lot of work in the backstretch tonight. Now towing off Brian Berger's machine.